Jackson Chiefs will be coming back on the field. They break through the big banner to the left and have moved back along the sideline. And the Chiefs tonight will have game. It looked like Jeff Little. Also, Jason White will be a starter tonight for Wildcats out on the field. And we've got number 56 for Wildcats. And now the two respective co-captain groups are meeting out at the midfield. So we'll have the toss of the coin, and while they're doing that, we'll run down our sponsors quickly by name here before the game gets underway. A long way down the road, the hills are full, all the parking area is full, and like we said, had it not been raining, there is no telling how many, but the stadium definitely, and the west weather really gets in foul shape more than it is now.
If you look out there to the highway, I mean, traffic is backed up.
I've been to a few college games that didn't have this much enthusiasm connected with it. And the toss of the coin has taken place. The Scottsboro Wildcats have won the toss. They have elected to receive. That will be the Wildcats will be receiving from right to left. Here comes in the sports area around Jackson County. In fact, since last year in the north end of the county, and the last several days on a very wet, soggy, and what is considered normally a slow turf. And the team now spreads from sideline to sideline, and the game is just about to get underway. It's a short end-over-end kick. It'll be taken by Talley. He's at the 5, fumbles the ball, gets it back at the 3. Up across the 10, cuts to his right. He'll be chased and gets away. The official falls down, and now Talley is piled up over around the 15-yard line. As the specialty team got him down. As Talley, and the play was Neil Shavers, the brother of James Shavers. So we've got a return by Talley of some 8 yards. And they'll put the ball in play, first down and 10 to go out at the 18-yard line here in the first period with 11:40 to go. And here comes the Wildcats with wide receivers and a slot deployed to the left side. Harrington, your quarterback. The Chiefs changed their defense a little bit. They got 6 people up there. Here comes the big fullback, and the tailback gets hit hard, and down he goes. Michael Buchanan got to him first. Bobby Mitchell was into the play. And knocking down the ball carrier, Tracy Wellington, for no gain. In fact, he may have lost second down, 10 yards to go. Buck got to him first, then Mitchell, then Murphy Thompson, wide to the left. Comes the Wildcats' Brent Turner. High backfield set up behind Harrington. Fakes. Hands it to the fullback, and not much running room there. He's jammed up over on the far side of the field. Alonzo Eldridge into the play. Chris Michon over there. James Shavers on the play. Loss of a yard. Third down and 11. Third down 11. Back around the 12-yard line. Right to left. The Wildcats moving here in the opening series of the game. Rain has virtually started to the left. The straight-eye backfield behind Harrington. He rolls back and he falls. He hits on his knee, and the Chiefs may intercept it, but they say the ball was down, although it was intercepted downfield. But the play was down. 16 yards to go, and punting the ball is the Scottsboro Wildcats from their own 5-yard line. Gets a good snap from center, kicks out of his own end zone, and it's Jonathan Bell. Hits up at the 30, and the Chiefs let it roll on out to the 38-yard line, and the Chiefs have the football. With no return, the Chiefs get the ball 1st and 10 at the 31st and 10. We come with Thomas Hicks at center, Vincent at quarter, Matthews and Holloway the running backs, Mitchell the wing back. Senior Vincent has Mitchell in motion, hands the ball to Holloway. He's got 5. He breaks it across the 35 and runs it on down to about the 31-yard line. Knocked down over there by Glenn Wright, the senior. Also in a nose guard will be number 70, the big guy, Frank Johnson, by Holloway. He runs it forward for about 8. Second down and 2. Vincent has him set. Hands it straight ahead to Holloway again. He drives it inside the 30. On down to the 28-yard line. He'll have the first down, I believe. The officials say stop the clock. They may want to take the chains in for a measurement. We're at a disadvantageous angle, but it looks like he may have Holloway with 2 yards, a total of 10. And the Chiefs have picked up first down number 1 after the punt of 33 yards from the 5 out to the 38. Wide side of the field, still to the left. Same offensive set in the backfield, wing T right. Vincent, your quarterback, takes the ball, hands it inside, and 2 yards, maybe down to the 36, and Holloway does not get knocked to the turf, but his forward progress is stopped around the 30 or 26-yard line. Didn't look like much and still got a couple of yards on the play. Call it second down, 8 to go, 26-yard line, Wildcat territory. Up front for the Wildcat, Jay Herring. They're running a 4-man front. We were told they'd run predominantly, now they're in a 5-man front. Wing T right again. Second down and 8. Mitchell in motion to the right. Haven't seen that this year. Quick pitch to Holloway to the left. Cuts it inside. He's got 3 inside the 25 down to the 23, maybe the 22-yard line. He's knocked down over there by Tracy Wellington. But he picked up about 4 yards on the play. Third down on a long 3, short 4. Down at the 23-yard line. This drive started at the 38. So they've gotten 15 yards on 4 running plays, all by Holloway. Wide side of the field is to the right this time, and split in Jason White is out to the right. Vincent, your quarterback, runs to the short side of the field, and here goes Holloway again to the 20. On down to the 18, 17-yard line, first and 10, fans. And Holloway has carried it 5 straight times and has taken it for first down, number 2. He gets it down to the 17-yard line, and it's first and 10. He got 6 yards on that play. First down, 10 yards to go. 17-yard line, Wildcat territory. First period of play with 7 minutes to go. Vincent, wing T right, slot this way. Got Chris Stewart in the slot. Here comes Holloway with the ball once again. Drives it to the 15, on into about the 14-yard line. Found over there with a couple of tackles. Number 51 in the play, Lamar Clark. He's been in several tackles for the Wildcats here in this first series. He and being assisted over there by Michael Humphrey. And Holloway picks up 4 more big yards. 6 running plays, 25. Second down, 6 to go. Inside the 15 at the 14. Vincent hands it inside once again to Holloway. Runs it forward for about. So it's third down now. Short 3 yards to go. Chris Stewart, the wingback. Here comes Vincent. Pitches it back to Matthews on a penalty play. He takes it to the end zone, but I believe it's down. But it'll be brought. And nullifies a touchdown by Sammy Matthews. Now the spot of the foul was the 5-yard line, so they'll move it back around the 20-yard line. And he went into the end zone, and they got a clipping penalty. Moving it back out to the 15-yard line, so it was a 10-yard penalty. And here comes the Chiefs. Wide side of the field is to the left. Chris Stewart in motion. Here comes Chris on a double reverse. And big wide side of the field. Here goes the Chiefs down toward the goal line. And who was the ball carrier? It's first and goal. Back. Gets it first and goal at the 1. Vincent steps under. Hands the ball to Holloway. Does he get in? Not yet. Yes, touchdown. No, the official says not a touchdown. So it'll be second down and go. As he's stopped by the entire forward wall. Well, we've got Holloway and Matthews in the backfield. Vincent hands the ball on a penalty play to Holloway. And we've got motion, I think, against the Chiefs. We'll see. The Chiefs got the ball, got down close to the goal line, couldn't get it in. And they've been penalized now for the second time, and that's 15 yards in that department, and we've got a timeout, an official's timeout with 4:45 to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds with a score 0-0, Scottsboro and North Jackson. Chiefs. Matthews with the ball after the penalty play, and he gets hit hard. Met in there by Jimmy Lee, the big defensive tackle, and knock him down for a loss on the play. And that will bring up a 3rd down and goal to go. And now the line of scrimmage is way back at the 8-yard line, and our Chiefs want a timeout. And 3rd down and goal to go. Matthews and Holloway behind Vincent. Thomas Hicks the center. Keller the right guard. And Vincent steps under. Long snap count. Mitchell in motion. He rolls to his left, looks toward the end zone, shoots the pass, and all alone if he can catch the ball. And he missed it. Wide open was Matthews, and he couldn't hang on to it. May have been out of the end zone anyway. First pass try, the receiver was wide open, and the pass may have been slightly overthrown, but nonetheless incomplete. Buchanan will be holding. And we've got to have another player on the field, and now Matthews trots onto the field. Buchanan holding, Steve Moore to kick from the 15-yard line. The snap, the placement, the kick, it is no good. Off. Wildcats. In the first series, they had the ball only 3 times and were -6. Wide receivers to both sides of the field. And here comes a Wildcats. Harrington has him set. The left wide out is in motion to his right. Ball goes to the fullback, runs it across the 23 up to the 24-yard line before he's knocked off his feet over there. I believe that was Talley. Running it forward as they pick up 4 yards, and the Chiefs had Chris Mershon, Alonzo Eldridge, and Shavers into the play. So we've got 3rd down and 6 to go after a gain of 4. Harrington got kind of an odd deployment in the backfield this time. Got 3, and they pitch quick to the right side, and he runs it toward the 1st down marker, and I don't know whether he got it or not. Knocked down over there by big kind of a gamble here, but Coach Brown in his first year as head coach, we'll see. Picked up 6 yards on the play, and they'll be in punt formation with the line of scrimmage up at the 29-yard line. At 33 yards on the previous kick. And Jonathan Bell, the punter, standing around the 15 or 16-yard line, trying to draw the Chiefs offside. Chiefs have none of that. Bell kicks the ball upfield. And it will not be fielded. It hits at the 40 and gets the Wildcats out of real trouble, though, into Chief territory at the 40-yard line. No return on the kick. 31 yards on the kick, and that gives the Chiefs possession at their own 40-yard line with 2:09 to go. As we had a blowing downpour here before the kickoff in tonight's game. In fact, the kickoff was delayed momentarily as Vincent sets them down on 1st down, and the ball carrier is knocked down. That's who hit him, and I think that was Lamar Clark. Glenn Wright, the man who made the tackle, so we got a wing tee to the right. Vincent steps back under on 2nd down and about 12 or 13 yards to go. And here comes Bobby Mitchell around the left side. Runs to 1, gets by the 40 on up to the 42 or 3-yard line.
Bobby Mitchell, that left hand for the Chiefs.
As Mitchell on the wing back from right to left picks up about 5 yards on the play. So that makes it 3rd down and 7 up at the 43-yard line. But the Chiefs had it down inside the 10, 1st and goal. Made a couple of miscues and were unable to get it into the end zone. And now taking a lot of time likewise. 51 seconds left in the 1st quarter. There's no score. And time running out on this play as the Chiefs have a little confusion offensively, and now I think delay of game will be called. So, spattered glass. We've got Jeff Little in at the wingback. Our Chris Stewart. He goes around the left side. Chris gets by one on the little wing-back reverse from right to left. And he was one man away from breaking it. And it's in period number 2. And it'll be 7 yards to go to the first down marker. But the Chiefs will have Brandon Champion back in punt formation for the first time tonight. And we'll see Paige Talley back, I think. He normally returns for the Wildcats. And Talley is back. Brandon Champion in his first punting try.
They get into the second quarter of play.
Brandon Champion gets the snap, kicks it upfield, the left-footed kicker. And it's taken by Talley at the 15. He's back across the 20, up to the 25, breaks open momentarily. And he's out to the 30, up to the 35, 39-yard line. Good return by Talley, hit by Matthews, and here comes the Wildcats. And that's got to give them a little extra enthusiasm, that big return by the... Still got a lot of static and interference along the network. And they spot the ball at the 40-yard line after Talley returns it 35 yards. And it's on the 40 with 11:37 to go here in the second period. No score. High backfield behind Harrington. Ball goes to the big tailback, and he's hit for a loss of a yard. That's Tracy Wellington, and he is really racked up. Rashawn, Buchanan, Eldridge. 2 or 3 other Chiefs in on top of him.
George, he had about, 3 or 4 Chiefs. Just got him at the line and took him back a yard.
And that may be the important criteria for the Chiefs, to have gang tackling in order to stop this big back. No gain on the play that time. Second down, 10 yards to go. Wide receiver off to the right side for the Wildcats. Harrington with an eye backfield behind him. Quick pitch to the tailback, comes to the right, a little running room, gets by one up to the 42, 43-yard line, and it's pulled down, and the official falls to the turf. Michael Humphrey, anyway, he hit the soggy turf, and that excited the fans a little bit. So he got third down and 5 yards to go at the 45-yard line. And the official took the hardest spill of the night on that particular play.
I'll tell you what, this field is very wet. Like I said, it rained and came down in sheets before this game.
And this big official made quite a splash. At the 45-yard line, eye backfield behind Harrington, wide side of the field. He drops back, looks, shoots a pass. It will be incomplete. Almost completed out of the left foot. And he played volleyball with it out there momentarily as it was intended for Keith Linderman. And it goes in for incomplete. But the receiver was open down there. He got behind the Chiefs secondary, and so they'll punt the ball for the third time from the 45-yard line.
George, that ball has got to be mighty slippery.
Got to be slippery, and sometimes it gets quite heavy, even though changing the balls rather frequently. And that will be a problem as the game progresses. And in punt formation is Jonathan Bell. The Chiefs have twin safeties back. Bell gets the kick away, and the Chiefs may try to return this one to the left side. Buchanan gets the ball, runs it up to the 28, 29-yard line, and he is slammed down hard. First man to get to him over there was Andre Wright of the Wildcats. But the Chiefs have it first and 10 at their own 39-yard line after a short return of about 4 yards by Buchanan. So the Chiefs put in play first and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Had an opportunity on the first series and couldn't cash it. 9:40 to go. Second quarter. Wing tee is to the right. Wide side of the field is the same. Ball is handed. As Sammy Matthews runs it across the 30 on up to about the 32 or 3-yard line, and it may be a face mask call against the Wildcats. As the tackle was made in there by Michael Humphrey. And if it's a face mask call, that'll be a major distance job, and it is. And it'll put our Chiefs with a first and 10. And now we got a personal foul, an unsportsmanlike first down here as a result of the face mask penalty. And I think there'll be another one tacked on, which will move it into Wildcat territory.
George, I tell you what, these two teams, you know, being cross-county rivals, you're going to have some of that out here on the field. The boys are all worked up and they're ready to play football, but, you know, a lot of times they let their temper get away with them.
After a gain by Matthews of about 4 yards, now they tack on 15 more out to the 48-yard line. And that'll give the Wildcats their first down, or first penalty of the night, and the Chiefs the first down as a result. And we've got a personal foul call now. And the personal foul call will move it 15 yards more down the field.
George, they ended up getting 30 yards up the field on just penalties.
And that 30 yards in penalties will move it down to the 36-yard line.
30-yard penalty. It'll be first down.
First and 10, number 5, at the 36-yard line in Wildcat territory. And a good crowd on hand now. And they're still coming into the stadium. And we're near midway through. And have the football down at the Wildcat 36-yard line, first and 10. No score in the second period with 9:28 to go. Surprisingly, no fumbles here in the game with such a wet turf. Wing T is to the right. Vincent Underwood, quarterback. Ball goes to Holloway around the right side. He's got 5. He cuts it into the 25. He's to the 20. Back to the 15. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. Touchdown. No markers are on the field. And David Holloway has just circled the right end for 36 yards in the touchdown here in the second period with 9:19 to go. Our number 42, David Holloway, for 36 yards and 6 with a point after try coming. And that required only 2 plays running. And the touchdown. The snap, the placement, the kick. It is no good. I think there's a marker down. The kick was good, but illegal procedure against the Chiefs, so they'll back it up 5 yards and we'll try it again. And the Chiefs now have been penalized 25 yards on 4 penalties. And we'll have the extra point try once again. Holding will be Buchanan. This time he'll set it down at the 15-yard line. Steve Moore kicking the extra point. The snap a little high. The placement, the kick. It is good. We got a timeout on the field. Our score. Our Chiefs 7, the Wildcats nothing. We'll be back.
With 9 minutes, 19 minutes left.
Chief Stadium as Steve Moore has it teed up. He kicks it right to left. The Chiefs leading 7-0. The ball is taken at the 15-yard line. Back up the middle to the 20, 25, 30, on out to the 32-yard line. And down goes the ball carrier. Is there from the 15-yard line back out to the 34. And the ball carrier was Tracy Wellington. And he gets it back to the 30, they say the 30-yard line.
I think it's about at the 32.
But there is a penalty against the Chiefs, and it's a major distance job. He ran it back 15 yards, and now the Chiefs get a personal foul penalty tacked on to that. And
George, I think it happened so fast that they didn't even have time to throw a flag on that one.
Anyway, it's first and 10 now for the Wildcats, and they have the football out at their own 46-yard line. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. 7-0. The ball goes to the big tailback. He gets hit on a penalty play, gets away, gets hit again, will be dropped for a loss back to the 41-yard line, and gang tackling all over the field by the Chiefs. This one may go against the Wildcats because they threw the flag right at the point of the block, and it may go against Scottsboro as it is a clipping call. And Steve, it's kind of amazing that we've had as many penalties and on a slippery turf with no fumbles.
George, I tell you what, this game has been quite a few penalties, but then again, when you have two teams like this, you know, I mean, just Scottsboro, say 20 miles apart, these boys, in fact, some of them probably know each other. They're going to get out there and they're going to fight just as hard as they can and show the other one who's boss.
And quite well do they know each other, and may even better after tonight. As the Wildcats get penalized, 15 yards, and that moves it back inside the 30, back down to the 27-yard line. A clipping penalty. We've got Tracy Wellington at the tailback. Harrington with an eye backfield behind him. Wide receiver is off to the right side. Wide side of the field is to the left. It goes to the big. The quarterback gets hit for a loss back at the 20-yard line. And who got to him first? It looks like Tracy Walker. He had started back to pass, and Harrington got hit hard. Eldridge was in there. Shaver's into the play. But a good defensive effort there by our Chiefs. Lost 7 on the play.
37.
Georgia lost about 7 yards on that play, and with the penalty, that's going to put them back about...
Second down and about 37 yards to go. First down would be 43-yard line in Chief territory. Harrington with the high backfield behind him. Second down and 35. The ball goes to the tailback, and he gets hit hard right at the 20-yard line. And it looked like Burnett got into the play early that time for our Chiefs. Jamie Burnett, 2 or 3 other Chiefs into the play. Alonzo Eldridge there. And on third down, no gain on the play. 10 plays and 2 yards on the ground for the Wildcats. The Chiefs, on the other hand, 15 and 90. Lead 7-0 with 7:20 to go. Coming off wide to the right is Reagan Williams, the receiver. Got one out wide to the left with an eye backfield behind Harrington. Wellington, the tailback. Harrington runs to the left. He gets hit and spins and tries to get to the left side and is knocked down around the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. Alonzo Eldridge, Mitchell. Murphy Thompson was into the play, along with big number 76 for the Chiefs, James Shavers. And it's fourth down now, and still 37 yards to go, as they'll punt the ball from the 20-yard line. First down yardage would be 37 yards down the field at the 43-yard line. As Buchanan and Chris Stewart deep for the Chiefs. Jonathan Bell with his hands outstretched, gets the high snap, gets the kick away. And it's a short kick, hits up at the 40, bounces on across the 45, and will roll dead around the 46-yard line. 26 yards on the kick. And 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the second period. Time to cash it in right here, Steve.
George, I tell you what, the Chiefs are going to have some good field position here. They're in their, the territory, Scottsboro's territory here.
6 minutes and 12 seconds. Wing T is to the right. Facing a 4-man front now. Here comes a little reverse around to the right side. He goes to Lamar Stewart. He gets across the 45 to the 40. Down the sideline for the first down yardage to the 35 and on into the 30-yard line. I don't see any markers down this time. They had big Lamar almost trapped, and he sidestepped the defensive player around the 45-yard line and ran it down for the first down yardage all the way to the 31-yard line. And it's first and 10 Chiefs.
Wildcat 31-yard line.
That's number 7 down at the 31. 15 yards on the run. Wide side to the left this time. And here comes the Chiefs. Matthews to the left, 25, 20. He bounces across at the 15. He's on down to the 10-yard line. Knocked off his feet down there by Tracy Wellington. And he made it just on a super effort at the 15-yard line as he just hurdled his way on into the 10 before he was bounced out of bounds.
George, he ran into about 3 Scottsboro Wildcats on that play there. He came up out of the air. He just brought everybody down with him.
And it's down at the 10-yard line. First down, he could possibly make a first before he would get into the end zone. But Matthews on a brilliant run, covering 25 yards. Here comes the Chiefs to the right. Holloway with the ball. He cuts it to the left. He's back to the right. He'll go toward the flag. He'll get into the end zone for the score. And our Chiefs have extended the margin on a Holloway run of 11. And the Chiefs get into the end zone for the second time tonight. In the second quarter with 5:32 to go. On a Holloway run around the right side for 11 yards and 6 with the point after coming. Buchanan will hold. Moore will kick. And here comes the snap. It'll be spotted at the 10. Low snap. Gets the kick up. It is good. We got a timeout on the field and a score. The Chiefs 14 and the Wildcats 0. We'll be back after this. Hold it out to a 14-0 lead at 5:32 to go in the second quarter. And we'll be kicking off again as Steve Moore tees it up at the 40, coming right to left. And back deep is Tracy Wellington. Steve Moore on the ball. Kicks a low, driving kick. It'll be taken at the 12-yard line and fumble. Pick back up. Getting the ball is Wellington. And he fumbles the ball. Do the Chiefs get it? Oh, nobody yet. And they still scrambling around after the ball around the 32-yard line. It has not been indicated thusly just yet who got it, but I believe the Wildcats maintained possession. And coming up with it is Mike Williams. But getting really blistered is Michael Humphrey as he ran the ball back up to the 33-yard line. So we've got it with 5:15 to go. Harrington has a wide receiver off to his right side. Got an eye backfield deployed behind him. And a mix-up in the backfield, and Wellington gets hit, gets away, hit again, down he goes. Brandon Champion hit him hard first. Mitchell in on the play. Alonzo Eldridge was there. Burnett was in on the play. And Steve, I don't know how much you know about football, but you know about gang tackling when you got 3 or 4 people after the ball carrier.
I tell you what, when they all get after like that, they end up just like they did with a 3-yard loss.
And it's the Wildcats second down now and about 13 yards to go at the 28-yard line. Got a wide receiver coming off wide to the right. That's Keith Lindemann. Rain is let up, but it's a soggy turf. Harrington, your quarterback. Hansor keeps himself, now gives to the big tailback. Comes up the right side, gets hit hard as he comes to the 37 or 8-yard line. Nice gain on the play, however, as he runs it out to the 39-yard line. As he
about 8 on that run there.
And it'll still be third down and 3 after a gain of 8 yards. Only 7 yards positive yardage for the Wildcats. Big third down play right here. 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Third down and a long 2, short 3 yards. Wide to the right comes Lindemann. Got a wide receiver to the left. Harrington, your quarterback. Fullback is Humphrey. And the tailback, big Tracy Wellington. And the quarterback, Harrington, gets the first down, I believe, as he moves it up to the 43-yard line. And they pick up a first down.
Georgia, that was a messed up play, but the quarterback turned back around. He made the yardage and made the first down for Scottsboro.
And that's the first down of the night with 3:34 to go here in the second period. And they have it 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line, and the Chiefs may have let up just a little bit. Coming wide to the right is Lindemann. Harrington, the quarterback for the Wildcats. And he's got Mike Williams, I believe, at fullback this time. Yes, Williams. They pitch it to the big tailback, Cleve Johnson, around the left side. He's got 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 yards. And he's ridden down from behind. Tracy Walker out there along with Murphy Thompson, but he got a nice gain across the 50 and on into Chief territory around the 48-yard line. 9 yards, and we'd heard about this big back, Cleve Johnson. He weighs about 210, is a very strong runner. And he picked up 9 big ones on that one. Second down and a yard to go. He's back in at tailback. We've got Williams up at fullback. And Harrington, your quarterback. The little senior turns and hands it to the fullback, and down he goes, but I believe he'll be stopped shy of the first. Mike Williams, the ball carrier.
Mike Williams on the carry for the Wildcats.
And 2:33 left, and it may be a timeout. They're going to bring the chains on for a measurement, but there's no way that's a first. If it is, this field is not measured correctly.
Georgia, I think he was stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. where we're at, we've got a good view of the field. It looks just like, you know, he was stopped at least about a yard shy.
Full yard shy, so it'll be 3rd down in the yard, and we can probably expect that big tailback, Cleve Johnson, to get it on this call. He's come on replacing Tracy Wellington and run up a nice bunch of yardage for, not a lot of them, but on a couple of plays. Gotten near the 1st down yardage, and here he comes again. And he gets the 1st down as he crosses the 45 to about the 44-yard line. Knocked down over there by
3 yards, good for the 1st down.
2 or 3 of the interior linemen. I believe Alonzo Eldridge in on the play. But the Wildcats have picked up 1st down number 2 with 2:20 to go. If they could get it on the board here,
44-yard line.
would be a very emotional lift for the Wildcats. Harrington stepped back under at quarterback on 1st and 10. 2+ remaining. They pitch it back to Johnson. He gets hit for a loss this time back at the 47-yard line. Lonzo Eldridge got to him first, and coming in to help on the play. And the Chiefs have a player down, seems to be shaken slightly, right in front of the bench around the 47-yard line.
George, they've been going to number 34 Johnson for the last couple of few plays, and I believe the Chiefs read that play that time and put him for a loss of about 2 yards.
Of course, Cleve Johnson, that came on here in the 2nd period, was not an anticipated big gun for the Wildcats, although Coach Lally had told us about him. He's a senior fullback, but not a starter. With a lot of vigor, 2nd down, about 12 yards to go. We got double wideouts for the Wildcats. Reagan Williams over to the right side. Harrington in with 2:05 to go. 2nd down at 12, 47-yard line. Drops straight back. Look, shoots a pass. It will be downfield, and the Chiefs knock it down. I believe Chris Stewart knocked it down. Timed that one beautifully. He waited. It looked like the receiver was going to get the ball right in his midst, and just at the right moment, Chris Stewart knocked it away. There's not been a pass completed in this game. Only the 3rd one is thrown, and two by the Wildcats, 1 by the Chiefs. And we've got wide receivers to both sides once again. This time it's Williams over on the left side. Harrington, the quarterback, drops back, pitches the ball to Johnson. He goes to the left. He's got 5, breaks open. He's headed to the goal line, and he'll be hit and knocked down around the 20-yard line. Had 1 man to beat. And it looked like the Chiefs, K.K. Smith or Tad Harris over there, knocked him down, but he got a big game all the way down to the 15-yard line.
George, you know, you've been hearing Scottsboro talk about Wellington, and boy, they pulled the fella out of the bag. Number 34, Cleve Johnson.
And Cleve Johnson has come on to storm the yardage for the Wildcats. And it's 1st and 10 down to the 15 or 16-yard line. They run it to the left side this time, and is it Johnson? It's going to take a lot of gang tackling to pull this big back down as he runs it to the left once again. Gets hit for a loss. Alonzo Eldridge, Tracy Walker, Chris Michon over there. And now we've got Shavers checking back into the game for the Chiefs. It's down at the 16-yard line after a loss of a yard. With this big back, Cleve Johnson, 210-pound, listed the fullback. He's played exclusively as a tailback here in the 2nd quarter. Harrington drops back, shoots a pass. It's complete to Williams. He's to the 10. He's on into the 8-yard line with 58 seconds to go. And you can bet they'd like to get it into the end zone before the halftime is concluded. Clock is rolling with 50 seconds. And that's the first completion of the night. It goes from Harrington down to Reagan Williams to the tailback. It's big Cleve Johnson. Harrington steps under at quarterback. And he rolls to his right, starts to shoot a pass, and is knocked down. Or they say an incompleted pass back at the 10-yard line. He couldn't throw it because the Chiefs were all over him. Tracy Walker was in there. Robert Collier was in there, and they may go for the field goal try here.
They lose just 4 yards.
And they say it was not an incompleted pass, and the play lost 4 yards. So it's back at the...
They lose just 1 yard, it'll be 4th down.
Now they say he lost only 1 yard, so they spun it back. In fact, I don't think he lost anything. They wrote it an incompleted forward pass. That's what he said initially, and that is the call. So it's at the 6-yard line, 4th and goal. Wait and see.
North Jackson Hospital.
More than likely, likely we'll see them give the ball, as we've got the original tailback back in for the Wildcats. Harrington under, fakes, rolls back to his right, looks into the end zone, and it's batted down by Chris Stewart, incomplete. So the Chiefs hold and take over. Steve, that was a Brett Taker, and so far, that's one of the bigger plays in the first half.
I tell you what, like we were talking about during that break, we were discussing, you know, what we would do if we were the coach down there. And of course, you know, I thought, you know, me being a gambler like that, I thought, you know, they should go for it. And you said, you know, that the odds were with the field goal, and it looks as if though they should have taken that field goal.
Percentage football, but it's 14-0, and that's what makes this game so interesting. And the Chiefs take over. 37 seconds to go. May just select to run the clock out. Pat Vincent will drop to his knee inside his own 10-yard line. And no gain on the play, as our Chiefs have the ball at their own 7-yard line and had only 37 seconds to go, and Pat just will let the clock run down, I think, to the end of the first half. And that may be the final play of the half, as I think it will be, as the clock ticks down at the end of the first half. And the Chiefs leading 14-0. So, Steve, we'll take a break here for 60 seconds, kind of catch our breath, and let you kind of have a little of the halftime show. And
okay, George. Like I said, boy, I tell you what, this has been one great game from the first and second quarter. You know, we've got half of this game played, and George leads this ball game by a score.
But they're going to have to do something to stop this big tailback, Cleve Johnson, who was the second string, 30+ yards. The Wildcats had a kickoff. Big kicking left to right. And the place kicker, I think, will be Russ Pierce. Nope, they use Jonathan Bell, the same man who does the punting chores. He has it slightly to the right of midfield. And the Chiefs have Holloway and Matthews back, two capable receivers. Standing along the 5, it's a short kick. And it'll be picked up by Holloway at the 15. Back up the middle of the field, turns to his left, storms out to the 25, on up to the 28-yard line. Knocked down there by Glenn Wright. He's out at the 29-yard line as Holloway, Keller the guard on the right. Wing T is to the right. Matthews and Holloway the setbacks behind Pat Vincent. Vincent, quick pitch to the left. Holloway, he's got 4 yards up across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Piled up over there. Holloway gets 4 yards on the play. And in 20 running plays, the Chiefs with 145 yards, 7-yard average, 11:10 to go in the third quarter. Wide side of the field is to the right. Second down, 6 yards to go. Vincent, the quarterback, faces the 5-man line. Holloway to the right. He cuts it back to the left. He's got 5. He's across the 40. He's on to the 45. He runs it to the 47 or 8. On to the 49. He gets hit hard and runs it to the 50. What a run! What a run! On to the 50-yard line. Set down number 9.
George, he really poured on the power there. He had Wildcats hanging all over him, but he still kept bulldozing through. He made a great run.
17 yards of it out near the 50-yard line. It's first down, number 9. 5-man front, 3 backers for the Wildcats. And here comes Matthews to the left. He's to the 45. He's on into the 40 and down at the 39-yard line. Knocked down by Harrington. They say his knee hit at the 41. 9 yards on the run by Matthews. Sammy Matthews. He scored 8 points coming into tonight's game. 5'9", 154-pound senior. Second down, less than a yard to go. 41-yard line. 5-man front for the Wildcats. Wing T is to the right. Vincent, the senior quarterback, to Holloway. He goes to the left. He cuts to the right on a penalty play. And it'll go against the Chiefs, I think. Looks like holding may be the call against the Chiefs.
But we're just going to be calling
in the Chief backfield at the 44-yard line. So the 20-yard plus run will be wiped off. distance job against the Chiefs. 10 yards, and that moves it back to the 47-yard line. 50 yards now in penalties. So it's second down and 12 yards to go. Holloway and Matthews, the running backs. Mitchell, the wing back. He's to the right. Motion and call that time. The Chiefs will be penalized 5. Could really get in some difficulty if this continues. 9 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 5 more yards assessed against the Chiefs. Illegal procedure. Clearly, players on both sides of the line were moving and the backs. So it's second down now and 18 yards to go. Line of scrimmage, a 41-yard line, and it's in Chief territory. Wing T right. Benson gets hit for a big loss as the blitz got him. Glenn Wright came storming through to knock him down. In fact, Pat had not even enough time to turn around as the 4 yards to go on third down. And Benson hands it to Matthews. He's across the 40. He's to the 50. He cuts it out to the 45. He may go down the sideline. He's to the first down yardage, the 40. No markers are down. He's to the 35. And he's got us the first down.
George, I tell you what, I believe the Scottsboro Wildcats were looking for a pass then.
34 yards on the run.
Play game, 34 yards.
And 2:05 now. First down, number 10. Quick pitch to the left side. Here comes Holloway. He comes back to the right, back to the left. Marker down at the 28-yard line as he crawls his way to the 25, and it looks like another punch.
He didn't hit him. He just played.
And they'll mark this penalty from around the 28-yard line. Another nice run, and the Chiefs are just kind of doing as they please offensively, but making mistakes. And picked up 3 quick penalties here in the third quarter with 8:45 to go, and that moves it back to the 39-yard line.
10 yards, holding.
George, I tell you what, the Chiefs have really been running the ball, but these penalties are really going to hurt them if they keep on making them.
Plagued with errors here momentarily. Wing T is to the right. Benson steps back under. They go for the blitz. Here comes Holloway to the right. He cuts it into the left. Back to the right. Now he gets 4, 5. He's on to the 35 and down to the 31-yard line. Holloway runs it forward for about 9 yards. No markers are down, I don't think yet. So it's second down and 8. 214 yards for the Chiefs. As second down, 8 yards. Right side of the field is to the left. Wide receiver that way. Benson has the wing back in motion. Here he comes to the left. He's got a little running room. But he, as Chris stopped, turned it into the 29-yard line and gets knocked down over there. We've got third down now and about 6 yards to go. On the previous time, Sammy Matthews took it forward for 34 yards on third down and got the first. Chris Stewart out of the game. Wide side of the field is to the right. We've got Matthews and Holloway behind Vincent. Pat with the ball. He goes to Holloway around the right side. He gets hit and will be dropped. After he picks up about 2 yards on the play, 1 yard maybe. It'll be fourth down and about 6 to go. Kind of lost his footing just a little bit as he tried to make the cut. Normally he will cut in and then dart back outside. That time when he darted inside, why he seems to lose his footing a little bit, and down he went.
That wet field out there has to be a factor making those cuts.
And some outstanding defensive work by the Scottsboro Wildcats. The Chiefs are going for it on 4th and 6. Here comes Pat Vincent. He keeps it on the quarterback keeper and nothing there. Down to the 26-yard line. From up here, it looked like he should have flipped the ball, but from where part of the quarter, unable to get in, and the officials will take a timeout, and with a heat timeout, we'll pause 60 seconds for this with our score. The Chiefs 14, the Wildcats 0. Timeout. That's to get the ball into the end zone. We're penalized 3 times on that drive. Got an eye backfield, and let's see if they start with Wellington or Johnson. They start with Wellington. Around the left side he goes. He's got 4, 5, runs it up to the 40-yard line. Out for the first down yardage as he crosses the 4 or gets to the 40-yard line. First and 10 for the Wildcats. A quick score here would certainly change the complexion of the event going on the field. Down at the 40-yard line, it's first and 10. Wide to the right comes Harrington, Gavin Harrington. Forrest Harrington, your quarterback. Got a double I formation behind him. Gives to the big tailback, Cleve Johnson. He comes to the right, and down he goes. But he got about 4 or 5 yards before the Chiefs could pull him down. And knocking him off his feet was Chris Rashawn. 4 yards of the run. Cleve Johnson. Out at the 44-yard line. 5:40 to go, third quarter. Coming wide to the right is Reagan Williams. High formation behind Harrington. Harrington fakes, hands to the forward, and now Chris Rashawn got him for a loss of 4. They read that play well and really nailed and they exchanged a few words in the process, and that lets you know that you got the job done. When you see a back get up and exchange words with the man that tackled him, he got the job done, Steve.
I tell you what, he hit him mighty hard.
At the 40-yard line, I formation in the backfield, third down, 10 yards to go. Harrington under at quarterback. Everybody in time. Harrington fakes to the tailback, rolls, he gets hit, gets away. Now he's open for a big yardage across the 45 to the 50. Fakes, comes back inside across the 45, 40, and runs it forward for the first down all the way down to the 40-yard line. And what could have been a big quarterback sack turned into a big 20-yard gain and a first down and new life for the Wildcats. High formation in the backfield. Here comes Harrington. Johnson with the ball. Runs over, runs right into the arms of Shavers, I believe it is, and down he goes. As the big back ran it forward for about 3 yards. Down at the 37-yard line. Second down, 7 to go. As Coach Brown sends in the play. Going out of the game is Glenn Harrington. Staying in is Jason Woodwood, I believe it was. Oh, it's Brent Turner. Harrington under at quarterback, second down at 7. Gives to the big tailback, runs to the right, gets hit for a loss. Back at the 39. And Jamie Burnett got him for the loss of about 3.
Jamie Burnett on the tackle.
So it'll be third down and 8 or 9 to go. Basically a loss of 2 on the play. It's back out at the 38-yard line. 3:24 left in the third quarter. 14-0 our score. The Chiefs out front. But the Wildcats have made some big plays here on the ground. And we've got Cleve Johnson. Back. No. It's Tracy Wellington back in at tailback. Harrington, the quarterback, slide to the left side, rolls to his left, looks, shoots a pass, downfield, all alone, and he'll probably score. It's a in out on the right side.
There, and there were only 2 North Jackson Chief football players in the area, and they just weren't able to get to him in time.
And the play covered 37 yards, and results in a touchdown with 6 points. The point after coming. The snap. The placement. The kick. It's just got Seven plays, 74 yards, 6 points, a missed extra point, and it's 14-6 with 2:56 to go. And the Chiefs back to receive the kick. It's a short kick that hits around the 30, and the Chiefs get the ball and move it back out across the 30, 35-yard line and getting hit hard. And I think that was Garner who returned the and got 11 yards of the return. And our Chiefs have the ball at their own 36-yard line with 2:38 to go in the third quarter, leading 14-6, but it's shaky. Wing T is to the right. Vincent steps under. In motion, Mitchell. Here comes Mitchell to the left. Got a little running room. He's across the 40. He's on up to the 43-yard line and belts it out of bounds after a gain of about 7 or maybe 8 yards.
It'll be second down and 2.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Wide side of the field is to the right. The ball is on the 44-yard line in Chief territory. 2:22 left, third quarter. Vincent with a wing tee to the right, facing a 5-man front. And here comes Matthews. He's across the 45 to the 50. He's up into the 45, the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10. No penalty markers are down, and he's into the lead, 20-6 with the point after coming. Sammy Matthews was hit 2 or 3 times.
The player lost part of his equipment is the reason that Coach Brown came out onto the field.
And in the process, they have to take the player out, and that they did. And here comes the snap, the placement, the kick. It is good. Thanks. We'll be back. Good run. And we're back at North Jackson High School, and our Chiefs have just the way Coach Longley and the staff do it. They'll send the kicker up to the ball, and he fakes an onside, now sets it straight on the tee. It would be amazing sometime, and he did, just did. Kicked it onside right there, and the Chiefs may come up with it. Nobody yet, and now the Chiefs got it. And as we were just about to call the onside kick, he did it.
You've seen that every time the Chiefs have kicked off, and for once they finally used it, and it came up.
32-yard line down in Wildcat territory. I couldn't see who got the recovery, but the Chiefs have the ball. 1st and 10 at the 32. Vincent hands it to Matthews. He takes it straight ahead for about 2 yards down to the 30. Stacked up on the defensive front of the Wildcats. Clark and Wright into the play. As we've got Sammy Matthews with 2 more yards. The Chiefs now with 287 yards on the ground. Big play right there, fans. Here comes Sammy Matthews out for a breather. We've got Holloway in the backfield, and let's see who he inserts back there with him. Vincent pitches out to Holloway, comes around the left side, back inside the 30. He's down to the 25, onto the 21-yard line, and spun back as he's hit hard over there by Philip Stewart. But he had the first down yardage if they give him his forward progress, and it's 1st and 10. As Holloway picks up 9 yards. And the Chiefs have it down at the Wildcat 25-yard line, just outside the 20. On the move again. The Chiefs powwow at the 20. 1st down and 10 yards to go with the wide side of the field to the right. Giving him to the short side. Here comes the Chiefs, and he just ran over somebody. And a marker goes down. It'll be a face mask call. And I believe, Rich, and he takes it from the 20 all the way down to the 12. And Alonzo Eldridge be half the distance to the goal. And that'll move it from the... I have not seen an official indication just yet as the officials discuss it with each other.
But, George, I tell you what, these North Jackson Chief fans are really fired up.
And it certainly enlivened the crowd considerably. And the Chiefs have it 1st and goal now around the 5.5-yard line after the penalty. But Eldridge has just...
He runs his hand there and gets fired.
First and goal from the 5 or 6 yard line. We had a motion penalty called against the Chiefs. And what would have been nearly a touchdown, as it just outside the 10-yard line. A motion penalty against the Chiefs. So it's 1st and goal now from the 11-yard line instead of the 6. So we've got Matthews and Holloway set behind senior quarterback Pat Vincent. Pat takes the ball, hands it around to Holloway, and he gets to about the 8-yard line, and that's all. Hit first underneath by Frank Johnson, the big nose guard. And it's a 2-yard gain down to about the 8-yard line.
He'll dip in and out this time.
You can go to either side with the ball almost in the middle of the field. Gained a couple on the play. Who would have ever believed that the Chiefs could have run up 300-plus yards? The Scottsboro Wildcats 6. We'll be back for Benson has them set. Second down and goal to go. Here comes Chris Stewart to the left. Shoots a little pass. It'll be incomplete. Tried the wing back pass from right to left, and it goes incomplete. That one may require a little more work, as the pass was a little bit short. And we've got some newcomers in. Collier is out of the game. Chris Stewart is out. Shavers is out. We've got Mitchell back on. And we'll see if the Chiefs try to run it in with Holloway and Matthews in the backfield. Wide receiver to the left. Wing back Mitchell out to the right. Benson has him set. Gives it on the right side. Holloway cuts it to the 5. And we may see a field goal try now, as it'll be 4th and goal from the 5-yard line as he takes it down. And it's 4th down and goal to go. Will the Chiefs go for it? We'll see. They're going to put Alonzo Eldridge in there. This may be a big decoy play right here. Big Alonzo took it a long ways on the previous play to kind of give the Chiefs a lift. And he's back in the backfield. Wide side of the field is to the left. Benson steps under. In motion, Mitchell. He runs to the left. He's got room. Does he get down to the flag? I believe he does. Touchdown! And as we said, the decoy, he faked it to Eldridge and flipped it to Mitchell, and he runs it to the left. And he gets into the end zone for the score, and it is 27-6. Bobby Mitchell here in the opening of the 4th period with 11:06 to go has just run around the left side on a beauty. 5 yards for 6. Moore will try to tack on the extra point. Little Michael Buchanan at the 10 holds. The snap, the placement, the kick. It is good. So we got a tie on the field with 11:06 to go in the game. Our score, the Chiefs 28. The Scottsboro Wildcats 6. We'll be back. And we're back at North Jackson High School, and the Chiefs, Mitchell has just run it in from 5 yards out. And that drive recovered 32 yards and required 4 plays. And on 4th down, a great play call by the offensive coordinator of the Chiefs. Moore moves on the ball, high end over end kick. It'll sail down to about the 11-yard line. And who's got it? Johnson, I believe. He gets hit by the first man and pulled out. As Melvin Robinson gets him at the 25-yard line after about a 10-yard return. And we've got a momentary timeout. As Melvin Robinson made the tackle, and I believe there's a penalty marker down around the 27-yard line. And when this thing got close here a while ago, Steve, at 14-6, kind of a few intense moments there, but the Chiefs have kind of opened up a little comfort zone again.
I'll tell you what, the Chiefs really want to win this ball game coming into this 3rd game against Scottsboro with a 41-0 loss to them last year. And I tell you what, the Chiefs are really wanting to pay these guys back for that 41-0 loss last year.
Maybe a little too intense on that one, as the Chiefs were nailed for another 15-yard penalty. And that moves it out to the 40-yard line, where the Wildcats will go with 10:55 left. Slot deployed to the right side with 1 set back behind Harrington. He rolls to the right. Decides to shoot a pass. It'll be incomplete. Broken up over there by one of the linebackers who had slipped down into the flat. I believe it was Brandon Champion who got a hand on it. And it's at the 40-yard line. The Wildcats have completed 2 of 6 now for 45 yards. And it's second down, 10 yards to go. 10:45, 4th quarter. 28-6. The Chiefs leading the Wildcats. Chiefs giving a little more room in the secondary now. Harrington with 1 set back behind him. Rolls right. Looks downfield. Pulls the trigger. It'll be incomplete. A short attempt down at the 46-yard line. Intended over there for Turner. And he couldn't scoop it up. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 yards to go. 40-yard line, still in Wildcat territory. Kind of getting into that desperate situation zone now. Our cornerback, Murphy Thompson, out to the right. We've got Burnett, Champion, and Mitchell as the linebackers. We've got Ted Harris out on the left side at corner. Safeties Chris Stewart and Buchanan. One set back behind Harrington. Rolls back to the left this time. Tucks it under, but he'll get only maybe I'll get a yard. No more than a yard, and he is rolled up hard and out of bounds. Tracy Walker over there. Burnett was over there. Murphy Thompson into the play. Harris coming from a far side of the field to help out on the tackle, and it's 4th down and 10. No gain on the play. 82 yards and 26 rushing plays.
Play fails again.
And the punting unit comes on for the Wildcats with 10-12 to go. They'll be kicking from the 40-yard line, as he's been using Jonathan Bell to kick the ball. Great rivalry developing and is already more or less solidified between these two schools in the young history of the North Jackson Chief program. Bell in punt formation. Line of scrimmage the 40. The Chiefs don't send anybody back. They'll just let it go. Chiefs load up. Pat. It looked like that the official started to throw a penalty marker, but it appeared that he was either blocked into the kicker or maybe got a piece of the ball, and it rose upfield to about the Chief 40-yard line. Let's see where they finally spot it. All of the officials walking around, but I believe one of them spots it at the 33-yard line. 27 yards on the kick. 9:35 left in the game. 28-6, and the Chiefs have the ball from their own 33-yard line. 9:35. And the officials indicate a momentary timeout for themselves. Chiefs got a receiver out on the left side. And it looks like it may be Lamar Stewart. We'll have Benson, of course, at quarterback. We've got Chris Stewart at wing. He's to the right. Matthews and Holloway, the running backs, behind Pat. Now they're set to go from the 33-yard line. In motion, Chris Stewart handing it inside to Matthews. He bolts it across the 35 up to about the 37-yard line, and that's all he can get. Knocked down over there by Wright. And in helping out was Lamar Clark. But Matthews gets about 3 on the play. Chiefs with 318 yards on the ground now. 2nd down, 7 to go. Out at the 37-yard line. 9 minutes remaining in the game, plus about 4 seconds. Fumble. And Pat Benson, I think, got back on the ball, but if he did, he lost a yard or so back to about the 35. And as I recall, that's the first miscue of the night by the Chief offense. Lost 2 on the play. Mishandled the snap from center, and that'll bring up the 3rd down and 9 situation. Chris Stewart out of the game, and the Chiefs may want a timeout now. Or the officials call a timeout. One of the Chiefs having difficulty with their equipment. And it's Alan Keller. Alan comes out of the game. The young sophomore guard plays on the right side, the strong side. And he'll be replaced in there by Anthony Ridley, 5'8", 194-pound, another sophomore guard. And you can see the development of the Chief program coming into its own now. Pat Benson gives the ball inside, outside. Here comes Sammy Matthews. He's across the 40, 45 on up near 1st down yardage out at the 46-yard line. I believe he's got it. Looks like they'll mark it very, very close to the 45-yard line, and he needs it within about 2 feet of the 45. And now they move it back out on the field, and it's shy of a 1st down. Are they going to measure it? State, we're looking direct directly across, it's going to be real close.
Jordan, to tell you what, it's mighty close. I believe and you believe that he got it, but, you know, we'll just have to wait on the official word from the officials.
When they move it from the sideline out to the point where they spotted it at the hash mark, he doesn't have it. But on the sideline, they're stretching the chains and moving it all the way to the near sideline. And he does have it. That's right. Had they left it out at the hash mark, he'd have been short. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Matthews made a brilliant run of at least 9 yards in the play. And the Chiefs pick up first down number 14 and have it 1st and 10 at their 44-yard line with 8:22 left in the 4th period. Right side of the field is to the left. Wingback Mitchell to the right. He's in motion to the left, giving it to Mitchell around the left side. He gets tripped up in the backfield for a loss of a yard or two. The play was a little bit slow in development and read beautifully by the Scottsboro Wildcat defender over there, Lamar Clark. And in was Andre Wright, knocking him down for a loss of about a yard on the play. 2nd down, 11 to go. .7:53, 4th quarter. 2nd down, 11 to go. Chiefs have the wide side to the right this time. Wing T that way. Here comes the Chief, giving the ball to Holloway, and he gets strung out and run all the way to the sideline. Or is that Matthews? Sammy Matthews. And he's knocked down for another loss. Chasing him out of bounds over there was Tankersley, along with cornerback Philip Stewart. But he lost a couple more on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and about 12. They say he lost only 1. Put up a gallant effort, a good fight, but lost a yard nonetheless. 28-6. The Chiefs might be coasting a little bit here. Holloway is out of the game. Will the Chiefs put it up on 3rd down and 12? We'll see. We got Matthews and I believe Chris Stewart in the backfield. Chris will throw the ball long downfield, and it will be intercepted, and that's good as a punt. It's down at the 23 or 4 yard line as the pass was intended for Lamar from Chris and intercepted down there by Linderman. So the Wildcats intercepted at 25, and that's as good as a punt. As it was a halfback option pass, he just pitched it back. And the Wildcats come up with a big interception and have the football 1st and 10. Now take a break with our score, the Chiefs 28. The Scottsboro Wildcats 6. We'll be back. After down to 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go. The Wildcats with an I formation behind him. Harrington back. He looks downfield, gets hit, gets away, gets hit the 2nd time, and down he goes inside his own 20 for a big loss on the play. Tracy Walker in there. Harrington knocked down for a loss. 2 or 3 other Chiefs. It looked like Trace got in first. Loss of about 5 yards. And it's inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2nd down, 15 yards to go. 4th period with 6:19 left. High formation behind Harrington. They've got Big Cleve Johnson, the tailback. He runs it straight ahead, gets by 1, and Murphy Thompson hits him, and finally, along with others, pull him down. Alonzo Eldridge was there. But this big running back shows a lot of power and strength as he churns it up the middle. And they move it out to the 29-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go. So a 9-yard gain by Big Cleve Johnson. 5:35 left. High backfield behind Harrington. And the quarterback, Harrington, seems to have fumbled the ball, and maybe no indication made yet. But it looks like the Chiefs may have not gotten the ball. Maintaining possession was the Wildcats, and I think Michael Humphrey came up with a fumble recovery. So on 4th down and about 3 to go, they get a couple of yards out of the fumble. Out at the 31-yard line, 4th down, 3 yards to go. 4:57 remains. Next week, it's over to Albertville, Alabama to take on the Aggies. The Aggies also defeated the Chiefs last year. I'm sure the Chiefs will remember that one. And in punt formation, Jonathan Bell from the 31-yard line. Chief has low, Buddy back to receive it. He gets a low snap. Nice kick away. Hits at the 40, 38. Goes on across the 30. Takes a backward bounce around the 25 and is down at the 26-yard line where the Chiefs will put it in play. And it goes to the 27-yard line. 42 yards on the kick. And the Chiefs will put it in play down at their own 27-yard line with 4 minutes.
George, the Chiefs didn't put anybody back that time. I think they were going for that block.
Not only that, but you don't want to take any chances of mishandling a kick return when you got a 28-6 lead and only 4:24 to go, because of some dramatic things can happen in a sporting event if you give the opposition new life down deep in your territory. And of course, the Chiefs have the ball in pretty good field position at the 27-yard line. Pat Vinson with a wing tee to the right. He gives the ball around the right side. Here comes Holloway. He cuts it into the 30, on up to the 32-yard line. He got away from a couple of players and then finally was pulled off his feet over there by Russell Ferguson. And a marker is down, and let's see. Against whom will this be? They come over, it looks like it'll be against the Chiefs. Maybe a motion call or a clipping call. If it's from the 30. That'll move them about half the distance to the go. 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. The Chiefs should solidify their hold on first place with this win over the 6A Scottsboro Wildcats. Coming out of the game for the Chiefs is J.B. McCarver. Melvin Robinson is on. Brandon Champion, the tight end.
We have a
Let's see, now the officials will step the penalty off. While we have a slight delay in game, or from time to time, as we have stoppage in play, we'll give you the stats for the Chiefs. Second quarter scoring, 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points, both by Holloway on runs of 36 and 11 yards. Steve Moore with the extra point each time. And now the Chiefs have been penalized an even 100 yards. 3:44, the clock rolling. It's first down and 25. Here comes the Chiefs on a run up to the 20 on a 5-yard gain. And it looks like Philip Stewart making the tackle on Matthews. Sammy picked up 5, however. And now it's second down and 20 with 3:20 left. Melvin Robinson out of the game. Second down and long. Matthews and Holloway, the setbacks. Mitchell, the wingback, wide side to the left. Here comes the Chiefs around the right side. Goes Holloway. He's up to the 30, on out to the 35, and run out of bounds around the 36-yard line. And a marker goes down way upfield. And this more than likely will be a personal foul penalty against somebody, as it was thrown way behind the secondary. Stepped out of bounds maybe before he got the first. If we didn't get a first and then come up with a penalty, we're in trouble so far as this possession and drive goes. With 2:57, they stretch the chains, and coach, the assistant coaches, it looks like there'll be a penalty stepped off from the 36-yard line. Instead of stopping at an even 100, we'll tack on 15 more in the penalty department. And then moves it back down to the 21-yard line. Even with an outstanding performance, there'll be a lot to discuss in regard to these penalties. Pat Vinson picks it up with third down now and about 20 yards to go. And not much running room this time by the Chiefs as they run it straight ahead to about the 23 or 4-yard line. Play only picked up a couple of yards. And it'll be 4th down coming. And the Chiefs about to punt for the 2nd time. And the line of scrimmage for the Chiefs will be around the 22 or 3-yard line. They have Brandon Champion in punt formation. Clock rolling with 2:16 to go. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. The left footer kicks the ball high upfield. It'll be taken at the 46-yard line by Tracy Wellington. He runs it to his right and is hit hard by Buchanan and Tracy Walker over there on the play. Tad Harris was there. 2 or 3 others in the area. But the play punt carried up to about the 47-yard line, and he lines back to the 46. 2:05 to go, and the game is 28-6 as the Chiefs out front of the Scottsboro Wildcats with the clock winding down to victory number 3 for the Chiefs and loss number 3 for the Wildcats. Harrington with an eye backfield behind him. Running it around the right side is Cleve Johnson up across the 50. Forward for about 4 yards. To the 49-yard line. 1:40 to go. Gain of 4 for the Wildcats. 2nd down, 6 yards to go, just across the 50-yard line. 28-6. Harrington with an eye backfield. Quick pitch to the tailback. Round the right side goes Tracy Wellington. He gets to the 46, out of the 45, and chased out of bounds over there, right in front of the Wildcat bench, and he has his 1st down. Eldridge, Thompson, Walker, Buchanan, and Mitchell over in the area. The play gained about 7 yards, and that puts the Wildcats over 100 at 101 unofficially in the rushing department. And they've got 1st down, number 6. High backfield behind Harrington. 2 or 3 people in motion, and that'll cost the Wildcats 5 with 58 seconds to go. At 58 seconds left in the contest, a 5-yard penalty illegal procedure against Scottsboro, and that moves it back to the 49-yard line. 1st down and 15 yards to go. Next week, it's the 2nd one in the steep hill. It'll be out at Albertville. Take on the Aggies. They defeated the Chiefs last year in a game that the Chiefs should really have won. Here comes Harrington, a quick pitch to the tailback. Tracy Wellington comes to the sideline and is belted down pretty hard. Thompson, Buchanan, Burnett, Champion, and Eldridge over there. Did we see a penalty go into the pile? Reckon not. Anyway, 2nd down and about 12 yards to go. And we're down at the 46-yard line. Harrington steps under the center with 12 seconds left. Gives it to the big tailback Wellington. Round to the right side, and he gets hit as he crosses the 42 and on into the 41-yard line. And that will run it out as the Chiefs, Walker knocked him down over there. And the Chiefs have won it 28-6. We're going to take a break here, and we'll be back for the final stats and final wrap-up after this 30-second break with our final score. Our Chiefs 28 and the Scottsboro Wildcats 6. We'll be back after this.